Good morning, everyone. We are out before the sun comes up. I was due to do one of my pre-sunrise walks, and I figured I'd pick a really good one because we're in the middle of a big rainstorm here in Brooklyn. We have a pretty big storm system running over us, and it is bringing large amounts of heavy flood and rain. We are under a lot of watches. We are under a flash flood watch. We also have a severe thunderstorm watch because a lot of this rain has some embedded thunderstorms. So you guys are in for a nice little walk here. I showed you guys the radar. I'll throw the radar up one more time. I want to show you where. Just coming out of a dry spot. We had like this period of dryness for about 20 minutes, which gave me some time to get ready for filming this. And well, here you go. This is the rest of it. Where are we going to walk to? Well, we are on Cropsey Avenue. And let's just keep walking. Let's see how far we go with this. As you can see, it's pretty dark out. I do have my camera set to night mode. The sun is going to be coming up soon. Don't you love how I plan to be outside right when the worst of the weather comes? That's the great thing about being a storm chaser. You know when to step outside. Well, it depends on how you look at it. You might know when to step inside, but I know when to step outside if I want to get into it, right? So So I put the temperature up, and in case it was too quick and you didn't see it, it is 76 degrees out. Very humid, obviously. All right, we got humidity, we got a dew point. When you have high humidity, high dew points, you get, well, high rain amounts. A good thing about Cropsey Avenue is even though it is around 5:30 in the morning, we will have a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of yet, but we have a good amount of traffic to keep us company. People got some 4th of July, like, patriotic lights in their windows. I don't know what that is going on over there. I don't know if you guys could see that. See that light display in the window? I don't know what that's all about. You can see the streets are pretty dark right now. It is quite dark out. My feet were dry for a total of maybe 5 minutes. They're not soaking wet. They're a little wet in the front. These are I'm wearing my rain sneakers, of course. Now, as the sun comes up, you know, it'll get brighter on camera. You could kind of start to see some first light there up in the sky. So eventually, at some point, we will have daylight. So since we're on Cropsey Avenue, I think what we're gonna do is just we're gonna keep walking until we get into Coney Island. We're on Cropsey Avenue, right? Take us right to West 17th Street. See this person coming up that we're walking by is waiting for a bus. Probably the express bus into Manhattan. You get this neighborhood, we have the express bus. We have 2 express buses that take you into Midtown. So a lot of people utilize that bus. It's a nice bright area. A nice look at the corner here. There you go. There go some bright lights. That's, by the way, why I crossed over. I knew I was eventually going to end up walking by this area, heavily lit. If you're wondering, it has been raining since midnight. So, you know, it's been raining for a good over 5 hours. This just didn't start now. This is the local Subaru dealer. It's been raining. Speaking of the express bus, there goes the X28. It's been raining since midnight, so you know, there's definitely some places that have gotten flooded overnight. And there's a lot more rain coming. This is going to be the pattern for today. I figured I'd give you guys a little break in the letter avenue action, right? Wow, that woke me up. Those emergency lights. I gotta be extra vigilant when I'm walking on the streets here because it is dark. And cars do not see you very easily. I know some people might be thinking this is New York City. Crime is also a factor in early morning hours, but in the rain, yeah, crime rates usually outdoor. I say outdoor crime rates because, you know, there is a subway system, but outdoor crime rates typically drop in inclement weather. So but that don't mean anything. We've done these walks. I've gone through every kind of neighborhood during the daytime. It don't matter. I've also done a lot of these morning walks when it's not raining. Looks like we got a little break in the rain there. Whenever rain breaks like it just did just now, it gives me an opportunity to rest the umbrella on my shoulder. So a little thing I never talk about is holding the umbrella when I'm doing these walks is it's a chore. I'll be honest with you. It's, you know, people wouldn't think, you know, holds an umbrella. I mean, anybody can hold an umbrella, but I'm constantly moving the umbrella for wind, rain. Obviously right now I gotta watch as I'm making a cross on this intersection. See all this flooded water in the gas station driveway? I said it was 76 degrees earlier. It is warm out. I mean, it is, you look at the rain and you look at it's no sunlight and you're like, it's really nice out. And it is, as far as temperature, but you do heat up, like I do, especially. I'm walking long distances, so I'm starting to get a little sweaty. Which is not bad because, when I'm walking in the sun, after just a few blocks, I'm like, okay, here we go. This person looks like they got their blinker on. They're going to come down a block here. So I am inviting you out on a early morning walk. Very early, pre-sunrise, if I could speak correctly. My speech is still a little slurry. I've only been up for about, 45 minutes. See, a lot of these trucks are making their morning deliveries. Willow Run Foods. Give them a little plug. There's a little break in the rain again. That's how it's pretty much been all night. It rains, it stops raining, and it rains, and it stops raining. And it sounds like the rain is starting again. Got a big container truck going by. Cropsey Avenue in the morning is probably one of the most busiest roadways in Brooklyn. I like to dub it the road that never sleeps. I mean, there's always traffic, and as you can see, it is really coming down again. There will be heavy rain throughout this walk. We'll get to stop on the corner here and watch a lot of this rain moving in. Look at this. This is the heaviest rain we've had so far on the walk. Wow, it is really coming down. I think we're in a squall line right now, guys. There's a lot of rain hit me in the back. A lot of rain hit me in the back. I mean, it has gotten a little breezy out. And I swore I saw a couple of flashes of lightning there for a moment. There was no traffic, so I figured I'd take the cross. This was the scene of our big thunderstorm last year, and here we are in the middle of a very strong squall line. Look at that. Talk about perfect timing. I was right here for that big thunderstorm last July. That was the one where this gate got knocked over. I'll show you where the gate got knocked over. Right over here. You guys could go back and watch that video if you want. There was, the winds were around 70 miles an hour. And they still haven't replaced the gate. Or did they? Yeah, they did. They replaced it. You hear that rain, guys, and it has gotten windy out. I'm gonna have to stop in a moment to clear off my camera. Give me a second here. There we go. I'm back. This looks like something happened. You got a police car, 2 ambulances. Usually, that's not a good sign. This is an old age care center, so I don't want to, I don't want to assume, but when you ever see a police car with ambulances, that usually means they have to fill out a certain type of report. So I'm not gonna say what kind of report that is, but you guys will figure it out. You see that rain? And then what happens is I walk by these tall buildings, right? And there's an empty spot and you get that tight wind gradient. And it gets really windy for a moment. As I'm crossing these crosswalks with the green light, I am still checking. I do not blindly walk across a street, even if I have the green light, because as you know, here in New York City, everyone runs red lights. Some lightning. And just like that, we are now officially in a thunderstorm. And that was a lightning strike. That was not a cloud to cloud. That was a cloud to ground. And that was behind me. It looks like we got some traffic light issues here. Traffic light went down and it's blinking red and yellow, and if you go back in the video and you see which one is red and which one is yellow, you can basically tell which street has the most traffic. So I'll explain it in a moment. Looks like it stopped raining again. Or at least it's raining lightly. So the traffic light is showing yellow and red. It's showing red on the Avenue side going into Cropsey, and it is yellow on the Cropsey side. That is because Cropsey Avenue is favored. It has more traffic, so they're not going to stop the traffic on Cropsey Avenue, so they'll yield it through, and then it's the people that are coming off that little street that are going to have to stop and wait. So we had a lightning strike behind me just a few moments ago, and it stopped raining, which is usually not a good sign because it usually means something bigger is moving in. But we'll see what happens. That might be the only lightning strike we have for the walk. At a certain point, probably in the next few minutes, I am going to adjust the lighting on the camera. That's because we're coming into daylight and I am in night mode, and what'll happen is, as it's happening now, it's making the sky look really bright. It's not that bright out. It's still dark out. The camera is overexposing for night mode right now. It's really not night mode. I'm in manual mode. I manually adjust my camera settings, but it's a night mode. Put it that way. And when you get the ISO over 800, you set the ISO over 800, you're gonna be able to see things in the dark. So, but we got to back it down to about 400. Start to see the traffic lights are turning off, so that's what I'm waiting for. That's why I said in a few minutes, when I see the traffic lights are going off, that means there's enough light for regular filming. I have lost track of what street we were up to. We're definitely in the high 20s of the avenue variety. We are on our way to Coney Island. This might be, what, 27th Avenue, 26th Avenue? I don't know. There's no street signs on this side of my street, so. But we're definitely in the high 20s. You can hear that rain coming off the scaffolding. Get a nice break with the umbrella again. I tell you, holding this umbrella for such a long duration of time, and I don't even know how long we're going to be doing this walk, but it gives you a nice hand cramp, and then when you're finished and you open your hand, it doesn't want to open. Maybe we should talk about the umbrella. Let me give a little umbrella advertisement. But this umbrella, I talked about this in the past. This umbrella is now going on eight years old. It'll be I'll have it for 8 years next month. I remember I bought it September of 2018. It is a totes. It is a very good umbrella. It is one of those umbrellas you spend $40 for, and people say, why do you spend $40 on an umbrella? Well, I'll tell you why. I've been using the same umbrella for the last almost 10 years. So, you get what you pay for. This umbrella has been through a lot. It's been through tropical storms. It's been through severe thunderstorms, blizzards, squall lines, you name it. It's been through a lot. I'll be walking for about 35 minutes. Let me stop right here and adjust the camera. There we go. With the DJI Pocket 2, you have to stop recording to change your camera settings. So I had to stop recording, go in, bring the sensitivity back down to normal, and now it's gonna kind of look like it should. It's still a little bit brighter, but it's gonna equal out once the sun comes up fully and the sky gets a little brighter. Like I said, we've been walking for 35 minutes. That means it's about 10 to 6 in the morning right now. Rain has really lightened up ever since that lightning strike. Maybe that was it, you know, we'll see. We got that lightning strike and then it just got real calm. We must have been in a squall line when we got to Bay Parkway. I mean, you guys saw how it was coming down and it got windy. So, probably in a squall line. That is why I also plan my storm walks with the storms on my back. So, now, most people might not feel comfortable doing that because you can't see what's coming, but you know what? You just assume what's coming and you hope for the best. I am ducking down to get below this tree that is weighed down by a lot of water. See, the bagel place is open. There are two bagel places, one right there, and then right over there is Cropsey Bagels. Cropsey Bagels is the one I choose to go to. We are under another scaffolding. All right, guys, we are about to cross into Coney Island. And I have to be extremely careful over here. This is the crossing for the Belt Parkway right here. You see, this is where everybody gets onto the Belt Parkway. And also get off the Belt Parkway. This is the Cropsey Avenue exit. Obviously, Cropsey Avenue exit because we are on Cropsey Avenue. So we're going to be crossing over the Belt Parkway first, and then we will be crossing over Coney Island Creek. If you guys think that this rain is over, stay tuned. As you can hear, it is starting to rain again. It has been like this since midnight. You get a squall line comes through and then it stops, and then it starts raining again, then it stops. It's been doing this all night since midnight. Got the Parkview Diner over there. I want to at least get to the wall here. 1 second. I got to pay attention. We'll just stop right here. I don't know about you, but if you look at Coney Island is in a really big, I don't know if that's coming towards us, but Coney Island is in a very big squall line right now. You can see it got dark over there, and you can't even see the skyline. The buildings are gone over there. So I don't know if that's coming towards us. We'll find out in a moment. It looks like it is coming towards us. Yeah, big flood here. I gotta go into the gas station. I'll tell you, if my feet weren't wet, they're wet now. Alright, looks like the squall line is moving out of Coney Island, starting to see the buildings again. So we were lucky. We did not get into that heavy one over there. So. There's Home Depot. This is Bay 54th. It is the last of Bay Street. And it's only a street that services the Home Depot driveway. That is a bike coming towards me, so let's wait. Well, it's an electric bike, an e-bike. I am blind now. You can see the Coney Island parachute jump is lit up. I don't know if it's going to be lit up by the time we get over there, but And here is the Coney Island Creek. We might be, we gotta get lucky. That thing might be still lit up by the time we get over there. Well, you can see it from here. You can see the parachute jump is lit up. Usually by now it's turned off, so maybe they have it on for visibility. There is a chance of, you know, you get a lot of helicopters that do fly through this weather even though they shouldn't, so very possible that's why they have it on. You see some mammotus clouds up there. That is from that squall line that just went through. They don't look they don't look as nice as when they do when it's during a sunset. You really get to see those clouds during a sunset. Here we go, another round of rain. Alright, so we got Surf Avenue. We got to get across Surf Avenue. Not surf. What am I talking about? Neptune. That's Neptune, guys. We just did a walk on Neptune like a month ago. I'll tell you what, though, the way this rain is coming down, it is going to be like a beach down here. Every avenue is going to be a surf avenue. We should get the light here in a moment. There we go. We'll wait for this guy to stop completely and then walk. Alright, we have made it onto West 17th Street. So Cropsey Avenue ends right there, and now we are in the west streets of Coney Island. I really hope the parachute jump stays lit up for the walk. So, as we're getting there in a moment, I want to show you guys the parachute jump all lit up. We're walking close to an hour. I think about 50 minutes. I can't tell you the exact time because I have stopped the camera a couple times, so it resets the counter. So what I've been doing is I've been relying on my math. I think the first segment of the walk where I stopped the camera was 23 minutes, and then I think when I changed the settings, that was an 11-minute run. So that's how I'm figuring out. Look at this umbrella. This person's gonna stay dry today. Look at that umbrella. I gotta get one of those. I'll tell you what, that's what I'm going to do. My next umbrella is gonna be a big one. Even bigger than this one. But, you know, it's gotta be a good umbrella. It's gotta be a strong umbrella. So, I won't just blindly buy one based on the size. If Totes has one that size, I'll definitely buy it. This right now, back in 2018, was the biggest umbrella they made. So, it's Mermaid. Normally I would take you guys down Mermaid, but I'm keeping the camera on the parachute jump here. So it's quite a sight. Walking up in the rain to the Maimonides ballpark for the single A Mets. It is really starting to come down again. And then it just stops raining. This is Surf Avenue, by the way. All right, we're gonna take an interesting walking route here. Here's what we'll do. So we get the parachute jump in. I'm gonna go this way. We're gonna go this way. So I think we've been walking about an hour now, so that means it would be around 6:15 a.m. We are walking through the grounds of the ballpark here. There's a parachute zone. That's the shot I wanted to give you guys. Look at that. That is a shot. Right down the middle of the street. Look at that. That's a good shot. The parking lot definitely has a lot of big puddles in it. That's what you want to call them. We're going to get onto the boardwalk. You could hear the rain coming across the parking lot. That's wild. I don't know if you guys heard it. It was like a rush of water coming towards us. It's a good place to stop just so you can hear the rain. You see a seagull over there, got something to eat. Actually, it's like a bag of potato chips. He's emptying out the bag of potato chips and he's then eating the chip that comes out of it. That looks like it's closed down up there. There's a gate up there, so let me go this way. Just to be safe in case that is closed up. Give you guys a look at the parachute jump is lit up. Most likely to create a navigational aid in this bad weather. If there are some IFR flyers out there right now, I would not recommend if you're a pilot to be flying in this weather. Most air accidents and crashes of small planes happen in this type of weather. You get pilots that are overconfident, and the weather always wins, as they like to say. We used to say that in the military. Whenever we had a military aircraft going down in the weather, we always say the weather always wins in that battle. Now you see this water right here? This water right here that's falling is coming off of the parachute jump. That's what this is right here. Right underneath the parachute jump. Right here. Now we're in it. That is water coming off of the parachute jump. That is not actual rain. I think what we're going to do is we're going to walk. Oh, look, now you can really see, guys. You can really see out there. You could see the rain coming out there. Look at that big line coming in. I'll show you what I'm looking at. If you follow the horizon, you see the bright light. That's the light getting through. And then as you work your way west over New Jersey out there, there's the next line of rain. You could see it. You could see it just all of a sudden get solid dark. So. There is nobody out here. Just me. Just crazy old me. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to walk a little bit longer here. I do have 2 cameras on me. I have a battery pack that I just plugged into the camera, so we have plenty of camera footage that I can film. The reason I'm saying that is I'm going to take you guys through this area real quick, and then I'm going to end this walk, and I'm going to hang out. I'm going to hang back here for a little bit, and if that next big rain comes in, I will film that. I do have to get back onto a train, though, by 9:30 a.m. because the D trains have track replacement. I would imagine they may cancel that today, though. Whenever you have weather like this, they cancel it and then they'll run the trains. But as of right now, the trains are scheduled to stop running on the Manhattan-bound side at 10 a.m. So wouldn't matter. I could walk. I mean, that might be the walk. Who knows? Maybe I walk. Maybe the next walk we do is Stillwell Avenue. So we'll see. You know, I'm out here for half the day for sure. So. I give you another look out there, that horizon. Look at that horizon. That horizon looks angry. There's an angry looking horizon out there. We got that big squall line approaching us. I'll save that for the next walk, maybe. We'll see. It is sometime after 6 a.m. At this point, I have lost track on how many times I have stopped the camera to clean the lens or change the camera settings. But it is around 6:30 in the morning right now. Now, if you're thinking it's too early for people to be out, no, that's not the case. If this was a sunny morning, you'd see a lot of people walking. This is the time where people do their walks here on the boardwalk. The boardwalk is pretty filled up with water here. Look at this. They really packed the sands up good underneath this boardwalk. Back in the years ago when I was a kid, you could walk underneath the boardwalk. Well, if you've ever seen the movie The Warriors, when they finally make it back to Coney and they need their weapons, they start pulling parts. They start pulling all types of parts from the top of the boardwalk when they're underneath it. Pipes, wood, you name it. So used to be able to walk under here, and then they packed the sand. And I always say this, I'll see if I can show you guys. But there are staircases that go down to the beach, and you know, the beach was a good in some parts of the beach, it was a good full 10 stairs down onto the beach. It was a pretty good flight of stairs. So it wasn't like 2 or 3 stairs. So, but those staircases are all, you know, buried. I'm going to show you one of them right over here. This one I'm pretty sure is a staircase. They're all staircases over here, but you wouldn't know it. A lot of newer people or the younger people wouldn't even know. And the sand is all wet. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to get on my feet, but there is a staircase underneath here. Trust me. Right underneath here is a staircase. On a dry day, you can, you know, move the sand out of the way and you can get the top step to show. So there is a lot of rain coming. So we're going to wrap this walk up and get ready for the next one, hopefully. I want to thank everybody that tagged along on this one, stay tuned. There will be another one. We got to get some rain walks in. We haven't gotten a lot of rain and thunderstorm walks in this year. And that's because a lot of the, just like this one, a lot of the storms have been overnight. And generally they wrap up at around 4 or 5 in the morning. This one is going to keep going all day. So that gives me some time to film. We'll wrap it up right here on the corner of Surf, right next to the parachute jump. We were just over here the other day when we did Avenue Z. There will be nobody on rides today, I'll tell you that. As you can see, the park is, well, regardless of rain or not, park is closed. It's early. So I'm going to end the walk here with a look at the cyclone, guys. I want to thank everybody that tagged along on this one. Like I said, stay tuned. As you can see, there is a low rain happening. There is more rain coming. And I want to get ready for the next walk. So with that, take care. Have a great day, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.